Welcome to the Ravenna Nightmare Film Festival. Today we have a great guest, Mathieu Turi, director of Hostile, his new French film, and a film which is between Mad Max and a love history. How did you arrive to conceive, write and realize your first feature film?
At the beginning, the idea was to really mix that two genres very 50-50. It was not, usually in post-apocalyptic movies, if you have flashbacks, it's little pieces just to explain what happens to the world. And here the idea was to do the opposite and say a completely different story. And not, actually we don't explain what happened to the world and why it's destroyed. We have tiny clues but not real explanation. And I wanted to, the people to be a little bit shocked by that long pause in the movie, and little by little it became two stories, and there is a reason why.
Yes, actually it is a love history in the very end, which is set in a post-apocalyptic world. So maybe you are very fond of horror and sci-fi films, but I guess also of love history films or whatever, TV series. Did you have any your film is also filled with a lot of references. One could only imagine from graphic novels to cartoons to whatever you could have in your mind. So I would like you to tell us if you had any particular film or book or whatever else that you had in mind when realizing your movie, if you had some models you had to refer to, if you have.
Yeah. Actually, it's not especially movies. It's more, there is one book, it's my favorite book. It's I Am Legend from Richard Matheson. And it's an amazing, very short book actually. And all the adaptation, I think there is 3 adaptations, different adaptations, very different, but nothing really close to the book. So if you read the book, you have that kind of feeling that humanity is lost and there is nothing to do about it. And the man just tried to find a reason to stay, and there is also a lot of scavenging, like we have at the beginning of Hostile. And also, there is a video game called The Last of Us. And I think this is a masterpiece. I wrote the sentence, the Citizen Kane of video games, and I really think that's the case because it's really focused on character. Actually, it's a big post-apocalyptic adventure, but in the end, I won't spoil it, but all the end of the video game, it's in a cinematic. So the end of the story, it's just one shot and another shot on characters speaking to each other, and it ends on a close-up. So it's very about what it means to be still human in a world that's not human anymore. So that's the 2 main references.
Because one has to know that now several forms of art could be included in inspiration, actually, which is not so common to even to confess in a way. You're very brave to say that because critics somehow are very my final question is, eventually you will have other projects connected with sci-fi or genre?
Yeah, actually my next movie I can...
You can spoil it.
No, and I can't talk a lot about it because it's not official yet, but it's going to be because it's very soon. We should shoot next year, maybe between March and May. If everything goes well. Still in the casting phase, but
we can spin for you as well.
And it's very science fiction. More about, I won't say, but more about technologies, and it's also kind of, I don't know, it's again in one spot. It's not 2 genres, it's one. But there is a lot of things about technology and religion and other lives in universe. It's kind of very strange movie. So it's my next project, and I can't wait to talk more about it.
My final curiosity is this, your first film now, Hostile, was produced by a master of the genre, Xavier Jean, the French director. Was it a good relationship? How did it happen that he produced your film? He's a master for you, for us.
Yeah, for me too. But he's also a friend of me now. So Actually, it's kind of funny because our mothers know each other.
Ah, really?
And
Oh, family friends.
Yeah. So, but I very late in the process because
Yeah.
I was already in Paris trying to be a director, and my mother called me and said, "Oh, you have the email of a director. I don't know if you know him, but she doesn't. She's not in the business. She doesn't know our directors." So and I see the email xavierjans.com and whatever at gmail.com. And I was like, oh, that could be good. I will send in an email, definitely. And then I sent in a lot of emails for maybe a year, and he answered sometimes, and he was like, if I have a movie someday, maybe you could come. And then
we
we
loved
met.
your project.
Yeah, and it was just natural. We became very close friends, very, very fast, because we had the same references. We play same video games.
Yes.
We have same influence in movies, so we talked a lot, and then it was very natural. And he said to me, I've done a short film at that time called Sons of Chaos, a post-apocalyptic one. He saw the movie, and he sent me, you have just one thing missing to do a feature film. It's another short when we could see that you know how to direct actors.
Okay.
Because in the first one, it's people with masks, and it's very, he said to me, oh, it's well done, but for the aesthetic, it's okay, but now we want to see if... So I've done a short film.
How you could deal with actors, actually.
Yeah. It's two people stuck in an elevator for it's 25 minutes long, and it's just about talking or not talking, but feelings between two actors that don't speak the same language in the movie. So, and then when I had that, I talked to him about my ideas for feature films. So we talked a lot and said that one is very good. You should write that. I wrote the script. It took several years to all the process, but he helped me a lot during all the evolution of the script. And then he said to me, I'm going to present you some producers. And
excellent. So hopefully, good luck to your Hostile film.
Thank you.
And good luck for your next to come.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
hope to come back.
Definitely. Thank you, Mathieu.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Ravenna Nightmare.